Good morning. Today is supposed to be the fun day. Ups and downs and across ridges through the Scapegoat Wilderness. In a minute here, the sun will come up, get nice and bright, warm up a little bit hopefully. It's cold out here this morning. Cold with a cold little breeze. But it was awesome last night. I think we're just about at a full moon. It's nice and bright. But that's about it, I think. Oh, a lot of the people that I've been around, they all kind of passed me. So there was at least like 6 to 8 that went past a little bit further, and then 2 that camped where I was at. So I'm definitely stuck in a bubble right now. There's back towards the Lewis and Clark Pass. This is the largest forest fire burn area of the trail I've hiked through so far. And all things considered, that's not that bad. Left and right of here, it's all burned out trees. There's a nice area of unburnt trees. Lewis and Clark Pass way down there in the middle of the screen. There's a view of some new mountains up to the north and east. Awesome views all day today. You still see a smoky haze layer. I don't smell anything though, forest fire related. It's a neat piece of geology where it's all just collapsed into a large bowl area, and there's a little mountain lake there at the bottom. There's looking back at the ridge line we've come across. The climb up to where I'm currently at has been the steepest of the day so far. What's nice is in general it hasn't been too steep, just rolling ups and downs. But this one's been a little bit of a climb, and we're almost to the top, I think. And then on the next ridge. Grizzly bear encounter. I hope he ran away. Got within about 20 feet of me. It was juvenile, it wasn't too big luckily. This is looking back to the south of the trail. I'm shaking a little bit, but I'm doing okay. I don't hear him. Okay, let me tell you what happened. I got to this epic overlook. There's the trail in front of me. We're about to go across these cool ridges. I was just about to film. Pulled out my phone, I was looking down. I hear something in the bushes off the left. I look up this way, grizzly bear. He was running towards me too. And I yelled at him pretty aggressively, and he immediately got freaked out and ran up that way. So there you go. Whew, I gotta calm my nerves just a little bit, but I'm doing all right. I was just thinking back on that grizzly bear encounter. Man, he charged at me at the exact wrong time for me, because I was heads down, I had trekking poles in my hands, I had my phone in my hands. If he didn't stop and turn away, there's no way I could have got my bear spray out in time. He was on me in a second. Just right out of the trees, got within 20 feet. I mean, If he had tackled me, I would have been fumbling trying to get the bear spray. It would have been bad. That was fun. He was about the size of, maybe a little bit bigger than an adult black bear, but not like monster grizzly size. So he definitely wasn't full-size adult grizzly bear, but teenager size maybe. That was fun. I'm at a low point in the valley. It's like a dried out lake area. I think this is the halfway point for the day. Planning on doing 20 miles will get me to the Dearborn River. And we're about 10 miles till we hit that. And that'll be the end of this really high ridge line ups and downs kind of section. So far, it hasn't been that bad. I think I was expecting worse on the steep ups and downs. It's good seeing a healthy forest. There's almost no beetle-killed trees in this area. Making our way back up to the ridges. Nice bighorn lake down there. I haven't seen a bighorn sheep this entire trip. I don't know if they're out in Montana. Maybe they are. They're definitely in Colorado though, but never saw one there. I'm heading down to a little saddle. I think I'm gonna have lunch there in a minute. Just enjoying the view. Looking out to the north. Hills and valleys we'll be going into next. And I was just thinking, and double checking on the maps, but we're only like 50 trail miles from the Chinese wall. And there's an interesting geographical feature out there that looks like a long cliff wall. I'm not 100% sure, but it's the right kind of looking place in the right area. Done with our lunch break in the little saddle there. From here we only got like 7.5 miles left. And I was looking at the terrain profile, and I think it's mostly all downhill. Getting down into a valley for the Dearborn River. Today was the day of all the uphills, the mountains, and the ridgeline walking. Tomorrow will be a lot of lower valley type walking. And I think that's definitely the Chinese wall out in front of me. It's in the right location and the right distance away kind of thing. But we'll get a close-up look at it later. Way down and into this valley, and then into the next one and the next one. And right off the side of the trail here, we made it to our first water source for the day. Long dry stretches. These ridgeline sections, but there's a little spring coming out of the mountain right up here, so we'll fill up and take a nice little water break. Back on trail. Got about 5 miles left, mostly downhill. Just climbed up a little rise down from that valley. One last overlook. All the mountains around us. We'll be following the ridges down there and then off into the valley. Down there somewhere is the Dearborn River. That's where we're going to end up for tonight. Got about 2 miles left and a lot of elevation to lose. Big descent. A lot of bushes on the side of the trail look like huckleberries or blueberry bushes, but there's no berries on anything just yet. Should be soon though. Keep my eyes out. And we made it. Here we are set up along the Dearborn River. Nice little site. River is not as spectacularly raging as I had imagined, but it's a nice little water source nonetheless. And with that, I think that ends this day. Overall, pretty exciting with the grizzly bear encounter. That was definitely a first, having one charge at you and then you're successfully able to scare it away. Just stand your ground, make lots of noise, and it startled it just enough to back away, and then you can get out of the area before it decides to make a re-attack maneuver or not. So that was a lot of fun. But a good day for going over all the ridges too. Temperatures were mild, not too hot, not too cold, not really any wind. It was beautiful. So from here, I think we're going to try to do another 20-mile day for tomorrow. Mostly low down in valleys, I think, and that'll set us up so we're getting to the benchmark trailhead first thing in the morning and try to get out from there. So that's it. I'm gonna get settled in and go to bed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the morning. Morning. I slept well last night. A little bit of condensation on everything, just being in the vicinity of the river here, but that's kind of to be expected. It should be a nice sunny day again, so I should be able to dry stuff out later at some point. But we're shooting for like 20 to 20 something miles. Get as close as we can to the benchmark trailhead, and I don't think we need to get into there tonight because we don't have reservations in town or everything. Everything's going to be booked up because it's the Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend. But we'll stage there really close tonight so that first thing in the morning we can try to get out of there. We'll have all day to try to get the hitch or the ride or however it works to get to the town of Augusta. So I think it's just valley river walking for most of the day. We'll cross the river here. A little bit of a log crossing that might be kind of sketchy. We'll see what it looks like here in a second, and then working our way up the valleys. There's the thin log. I really don't want to get my feet wet, so we'll try to get across this. That crossing was a sketchy balancing act, but we made it safely. I think mostly the whole day is going to be like this. All nice and cruisy, down river valleys. Still following the Dearborn River. I was just realizing that the wind kind of blowing through this valley is really warm. It's a very stark contrast to, I don't know, the entire trail pretty much. There's always a really cold wind blowing. Feels kind of nice right now with a warm wind. I hope that doesn't mean it's going to be like 90 degrees today as I'm hiking. Nice little open area in the valley for a bit, instead of being buried in the trees. Something else I was thinking about, I've seen some people between yesterday and today that I haven't seen since like New Mexico. So I'm just wondering if they've like skipped Colorado and did other sections and then saved northern Montana for last. And that's kind of why I'm seeing so many more other people out here. Everybody's kind of all jammed up at the finish line, it looks like. I haven't really mentioned it yet, but there's tons of grouse up in this area. There's 4 right here next to me that haven't really flown away yet. They get really pretty feathers. Forest fire damage on some remnants of trees. I'm just taking note of this whole area. It was probably burned out and destroyed. And all these young new trees have all popped up at the same time. They're growing in thick. But a whole new forest is growing up. A bunch of grouse in this area. I don't know if I've seen one with the red above his eyes like that. I wonder if those are all like his harem And that guy's the cock of the walk. Pretty looking. There's looking back at the Dearborn River Valley. We're starting to climb away. And maybe next into the, up here into the next valley. This little valley's getting narrower as we get higher and higher up here. At the top of the pass, heading into the next valley. Well, it's almost noon, about time for a lunch break. So any spot off the side of the trail that looks manageable, I think we'll be due for a rest. I'm stopped for my lunch break. There's a nice little stream just in this little wash right here. Taking the chance to dry some stuff out. I'm getting some snacks in me. Done with lunch, getting back on trail. Continuing up the valleys. I don't know how far exactly I'm going today, but I'm pretty sure I'm over halfway there at least. Now that it's the afternoon, it definitely feels warm out here. High 70s, if not into the low 80s. At least I'm not trudging uphill or anything. It should be pretty flat the rest of the day, I think. I said it before, but it always sucks going through a burn area. The place just looks terrible. Very sad state. Well, I'm at a decision point junction that I've been thinking about the last couple hours. Elbow Pass Trail goes up there, up and over Elbow Pass. That's the route of the CDT. It goes into another valley to the west of all of this. And then Benchmark, where we're going to be hitching out from, is over there. So it kind of hoops around to the west and attacks Benchmark from the north. Or there's this continuing on Straight Creek Trail, which is what we've been doing. And this goes just straight up to Benchmark, a little bit faster, and attacks it from the south. So, reasoning why I may need to get there sooner rather than later is some of the guys I've been talking around are coordinating for a shuttle to come pick them all up tomorrow morning from the trailheads up here. I don't remember if they ever mentioned a time, but maybe 8 o'clock at the soonest. So I need to be kind of up here ready to go sooner rather than later. So I think what I'm going to do is just take this Straight Creek Trail, get as close as possible, camp in the woods tonight, and then be ready to rock out at the trailhead first thing in the morning and either catch a hitch if anybody's leaving, which they probably aren't. Any weekend campers up here are going to be sleeping in. Or try to roll in with a shuttle whenever that happens. So that's the current plan. I've noticed for a while now, even before the CDT took the other turn, but as the Straight Creek Trail, there's a lot of horse travel on this one. And even the campgrounds and trailhead parking area coming up, there's a lot of designated like horse corral areas. I've already seen one guy on a horse today, but I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen a lot of others, being the big weekend that it is. Just a quick update, I'm still heading down the Straight Creek Trail. I was not really intending on making it as far as I currently am. I'm less than 2 miles to the trailhead. I kind of need water, but we're away from the river right now. So I'm just continuing to walk. I don't know what my plans are. I'm just making it up as we go. I may just end up at the trailhead, see what's going on. I may end up in town tonight. Who knows? I'll let you guys know what happens. Well, we got the water situation sorted, so I'm good there now. We're only about a half a mile to the trailhead, so we'll hit that and then see what's going on up there. Well, I came out to the trailhead. It was kind of quiet, a couple cars there. I hiked up to the main road. This is the main dirt road that'll get you to Augusta, 30 miles that way. I just saw one car as I came up here that continued up that way, which goes to another trailhead and some more camping. But this is kind of where you would hitch from, I guess. I'm going to sit here for a little bit, see if any cars are heading back to town. Otherwise, I guess I'll look for a stealth site somewhere in the near vicinity and we'll try hitching in the morning. Well, here's camp. Looks like I'm staying. I'm stealthed away in a little flat space above the road, a little grove of trees. Road's just down there. And we'll just get up early and try hitching first thing in the morning. So I guess that's going to be it for today. I gave it an hour for hitching at the road. There was 2 cars that went by, but no takers. No worries. We'll have better luck in the morning. One way or another, we'll end up in town at some point. So I think that's it. I'll see you in town hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.